So Spigen did make me a little sad with their iPhone XS lineup. They left out my favorite cases. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of Spigen's tougher cases, their thin cases, their clear cases, as well as their screen protectors. If you're way too impatient, if you're looking for a tough case, get the Tough Armor. If you need a thin case, definitely get the Thin Fit 360, and if you're looking for a clear case, just go with the Neo Hybrid Crystal. Now after all that, if you're still watching this video, I'm going to tell you which cases I wish they would bring back, and then end it all off with an embarrassing question. I've got a dirty secret to tell you. I've got a fetish for Spigen cases. No, I don't, but I have used a lot of their products over the last few years. Just look at 2013 Aaron. Little did he know that in 5 years, he'd be doing the exact same thing. Now before I go into details about each specific product, I will add that despite the fact that there are many brands that mimic the look of Spigen's cases, most do not match the build quality. Spigen cases are designed in California, but are made in South Korea, which is the home of well-known brands like Kia, Hyundai, the manufacturer of failed iPhone killer Samsung, and BTS. I've been paying a lot more attention to what comes with products that I review, and I have to point out that Spigen includes things like glass wipes with their clear cases to ensure that you have the best chance at keeping your iPhone fingerprint free when you install it into the case. Your $10 Amazon case isn't going to have stuff like that. How about them tough cases? The Tough Armor. This is number 8 on my top 10 cases for the iPhone XS. Honestly, if you just need a good, tough looking case that will protect your iPhone from day-to-day mishaps, just get the Spigen Tough Armor. Now the general design of the Tough Armor hasn't really changed over the years as they've added a soft rubber coating back in 2015, but the kickstand was always uncoated until, well, last year. I also noticed that this year, the camera cutout on the Tough Armor is actually smaller. Now that smaller cutout isn't going to have any effect on the operation of the camera, but I'm guessing it's probably a good thing that more of your iPhone is covered by the case. Now in terms of protection, the Tough Armor can easily handle drops from waist height and probably phone call height. I do remember making fun of Spigen's air cushion technology a few years ago, as I thought, this was just marketing fluff, but now lots of cases now have empty air pockets in the corner, so I guess it actually does work. If I had to be picky with the Tough Armor, I'd say that certain parts of the case might be too angular for some people. It's not, it doesn't follow the nice rounded edges of the iPhones, and the edges of the case aren't as high as others, so get a screen protector. Get their screen protector, Spigen screen protector. Onto the rugged armor. Now with the rugged armor, I've actually grown quite fond of it over the years. From my perspective, if you need a no-nonsense case, the rugged armor is a decent choice. It's thicker than your average TPU case, but has enough texture that I won't complain about it all the time, but I feel it could use a little bit more. I guess in that manner, it has the perfect amount of texture. It doesn't handle like a wet bar of soap like other TPU cases do, but it's not the texture isn't in your face like something from Spec. Now one of the things I've always wondered is what is actually tougher, rugged or tough? And I personally think the word rugged would be tougher, this product, but in reality, when it comes to Spigen cases, the Tough Armor is going to be tougher, so if you were wondering. The rugged armor has the same pizza pockets, air pockets that you would find in the corners to protect your iPhone. Personally, I think this case will do fine with corner drops, but face first drops might be a bit iffy in my opinion. The slim armor that you're looking at is the CES version, and it's an on-the-go wallet case that can fit 2 cards, 3 if you feel like fighting with your wallet case all the time. Now the word slim is in the case name, but it really isn't when it comes to the wallet case version. The TPU frame of the Slim Armor CS isn't as thick as the Tough Armor. The buttons don't fully cover the buttons. I'll be honest with you, the Slim Armor CS is probably the only product on this list I personally definitely would not get. Now to add to that, the average darker colored Spigen case usually has a soft rubber coating, but this Slim Armor does not, which results in this thing just handling like a greasy wet bar soap. Alright, on to Spigen's thin cases. The Thin Fit is going to be a great case for people who don't drop their iPhones much or at all, because, well, the Thin Fit exposes the top and bottom of the iPhone, so, well, if you drop it there, it's gonna result in some damage. The back of the Thin Fit is thinner, which allows you to add one of Spigen's QNMP magnets, which adds magnetic mounting to the case but nullifies the incredibly useful Qi charging of the iPhone. And I'm being sarcastic there with the incredibly useful Qi charging on the iPhone. Now with the newest iterations of the Thin Fit, Spigen somehow figured out how to apply the soft rubber coating to lighter colored polycarbonate backs. This champagne colored case now handles just as well as the dark one, without all the grease marks. It's a tiny change, but in my case reviewing world, it's a big deal. The liquid crystal is one of the thinner cases on this list and is actually one of the better handling ones because it's just a TPU sleeve. There isn't anything terribly special about this case, as fingerprinting is going to be an issue, like the average clear case, though the liquid crystal does have a series of dots on the back which breaks up all that greasiness a bit. Standout feature of this case is the fact that once you put it on a flat surface, it's not going anywhere. Depending on your iPhone model, Spigen also has several unique designs for the liquid crystal. On to the liquid air, which is basically a liquid crystal that isn't clear or a rugged armor that's lost a few pounds. Personally, liquid air is one of my least favorite cases. You've got the Slim Armor CS, and right on top of that is the liquid air, in terms of favorability from my perspective. Why? Because it doesn't have any of the great handling of the liquid crystal, nor does it have the texture of the rugged armor. The hatching on the back of the case looks like it will help with handling. It totally does not. I've honestly been trying hard to figure out who would actually want to use this case, and I've come up with a big fat bagel. The Neo Hybrid was one of my favorite cases for the iPhone Xs, but I'm not so sure about the iPhone XS's. Why? Because the gunmetal case that I got doesn't have a soft rubber coating, and that makes a huge difference. It is honestly day and night in terms of handling if it has that coating or not. Now, assuming that I got a bad case, I personally think that the Neo Hybrid is one of Spigen's best looking cases. There's just something about the texture of the case and the polycarbonate frame that just stands out. The Neo Hybrid punches way above its belt when it comes to looks. If you're finding this comparison between 10 cases useful, consider getting your stuff through my Amazon links. This video is not sponsored though, Spigen has been giving me cases to review, so props up to them, but the 40 hours I'm gonna spend making this video, unpaid for, other than through supporters like you. Onto the Spigen Thin Fit 360, and this is one of my favorite cases, and one of the very few cases that can actually come close to offering 100% coverage for your iPhone. The fit of the product is amazing. I'm personally not a clumsy person, so I don't need a lot of drop protection for my devices, but I really don't like using just a naked device. The Thin Fit 360 fits perfectly into how I use my iPhones. This case comes in two pieces, with the front piece protecting corners of the iPhone and the back part protects the sides. Spigen uses interlocking teeth with their case, which is a step up from other manufacturers who have similar products. Now, the best part of the product are the two screen protectors that Spigen includes, so it's a steal of a deal at 20 bucks. Spigen screen protectors are mid-grade, so they're decent and they're going to hold up better than the average screen protector you get from Amazon. Now, like the regular Thin Fit, the 360 is compatible with Spigen's QNMP magnets, so this makes their cases even more useful if you enjoy using magnetic car mounts. Oh, and if you're buying it on Amazon, don't be a dumbass and buy the iPhone X version for the XS, it won't fit. Onto the clear cases. If you need a clear case, the Neo Hybrid Crystal should be one of the top cases you should consider. Why? Because of the polycarbonate back and bumper. Most clear cases are just TPU, which doesn't provide a lot of rigidity when it comes to face-first drop protection. As you can see, it's much harder to remove the corner off the Neo Hybrid Crystal when compared to a TPU version. The Neo Hybrid is one of the better cases in this list when it comes to sliding around on a flat surface, and when it comes to protection, I think it'd do a pretty good job of protecting your iPhone from waist height. The case doesn't have the air pockets like other cases, like other Spigen cases, but the polycarbonate bumper will add a bit more drop protection, but will also scuff up. The Ultra Hybrid is basically the combination of the edge of the liquid air and the back of the Neo Hybrid Crystal. I do think this is a good looking case, especially if you're using a white or gold iPhone, but the edges handle so poorly because it's made from the same materials as the liquid air. Why, Spigen? Why? Now, when it comes to Spigen products, I've honestly seen most of these products before. I've seen the Glasters before. In many ways, I've basically repeated myself when it comes to case reviews over the last few years, as things rarely change when it comes to cases. So when something actually does change, I get really excited. And it seems sad, but that's just the life of a case reviewer. This year's a little, bump of excitement comes with the Glaster Easy Fit. Why? Because Spigen has included an installation tray for the screen protector, but it's not like your basic installation tray where you just toss your iPhone in the tray and just slap the glass screen protector on. It kind of sits between your basic tray and the smoke and fire show that Apple puts on when they do the Belkin Invisible glass, or the labor-intensive Whitestone dome glass that involves liquid glue. Now, I love progress, you guys know that, and I love these small steps in innovation because it kind of removes the guesswork in terms of installing a screen protector on a bezel-less display. Basically, put the tray on the front, press it down, slide, and bam! Perfect screen protector install. The screen protector itself is made from tempered glass. It's not chemically treated. It has 9H hardness and a decent oleophobic coating to it. Now I'm just going to quickly touch on liquid screen protectors. Do they fill in cracks? Not really. Does it add back the oleophobic coating? Maybe. Does it make the screen protector tougher? Definitely, yes. Now, in general, based on my extensive review video, if you're looking for a way to make your smartphone screen or any older device a little smoother, then the liquid screen protector will definitely do that. If you want the maximum amount of protection for your device, slap down a layer of liquid screen protector before adding another screen protector on top of it, because that tiny layer of glass actually does add to the impact protection of your device. Now, I don't think a liquid screen protector is a full-on replacement for a normal screen protector, but it's an extra option. It's like an add-on to a fast food meal. The biggest benefit of the liquid screen protector is the fact that you can slather it on multiple devices if you just buy it once. There were two cases that I really enjoyed using for the iPhone X that got cut from the iPhone XS lineup. They were the OtterBox Defender and the Spec Candy Shell. No, it was the Revington and ProGuard. I don't know where my ProGuard is. Now, Spigen marketed these cases as premium cases, and well, they were $50, which is a little steep, but they also came with 2 screen protectors. But these cases were just awesome. The Revington was basically an evolved Spigen Thin Fit 360, and the ProGuard was just a tough armor on legal performance-enhancing drugs. Both products had incredible fit for the iPhone. The Revington handled incredibly well, and the ProGuard was surrounded by so much TPU, it could rival the OtterBox Defender in terms of total weight of plastic used in the case. But apparently these cases didn't perform well for the iPhone X, so Spigen stopped making them for the XS. It's a very sad story. Now, Spigen did tell me that they are working on a new case called, well, I'm not going to tell you. I don't think I'm allowed to tell you, but they are coming with something new, so, I'm pretty excited to see that. So when it comes to cases, that's kind of a quick roundup for the XS lineup. Now, I haven't shown you all the cases, like the Crystal Hybrid, the Hybrid Armor, the Wallet Case S, the Ultra Hybrid S, Crystal Shell, and the AirScan. And if you're interested in those products, do check out the iPhone X version, because honestly, other than the camera cutouts, not much has changed with these cases. Now, what's the embarrassing question that I want to ask you guys is that every single time I come across a Spigen case, I don't know if I'm saying the brand name right or wrong. And it's been 5 years. No one has corrected me, but I've heard people tell me that it's Spigen. I say Spigen, but my English pronunciation apparently is very poor, despite the fact that it's my first language. So what do you think it is? Is it Spigen or Spigen? Leave in the comment section below. If this is the first time you're watching my videos, I do encourage you to click subscribe. I produce content on average now once a week, but it's good content. I put a lot of effort into these reviews, and all the extra bells and whistles I've added over the last few months take up a lot of extra time to make into the videos. This is Monty. I was cursing at the camera earlier, which is kind of why he's a little uneasy. That's kind of all I got. Thanks for watching.